How to graft rose plants.
Step 1. Cut and process the rootstock.
3. Cut the understock. Cut a smooth small notch in the stem of the rose plant you want to attach the graft piece to, at an angle to receive the scion. This part is called the stock, rootstock or understock.
Liquid fungicide. Cutting branches sink in the fungicide. Step 2. Cut the Sian.
The ideal time to begin the grafting procedure is when the petals begin to droop and the blooms hold a bit of the rose plant you wish to bloom, making sure it has at least 2 rose buds, and cut the bottom edge into a V shape.
Step 3. Join the Sian and rootstock. When pruning or taking cuttings, cut on a 45-degree angle to reduce damage and increase circulation. Cut a T into the rootstock. With the bud knife, cut an inch-long T-shape into the bark of the rootstock. Make sure you do not penetrate the cambium layer, which is a wet, pale green color. Use the tip of the knife to gently open the flaps you created in the bark. The best place for the T-cut is near the middle of the stem, between 2 nodes. Nodes are where leaves and buds grow out from the stem. Cut and trim a stem. Cut off the stem you want to use for the Sian. Cut off the top and bottom from the stem, leaving a 2-inch section in the middle. Make sure that section of stem has at least 1 bud eye, where a new leaf could grow from the stem. Use the budding knife to cut off any prickles, buds, and leaves from the piece. Trim the stem an inch below the lowest bud eye. Cut the Sian from the stem. Place the knife on the stem above the bud eye. Insert the blade deep enough into the stem to penetrate the bark and the cambium layer. This is the layer just behind the bark that carries nutrients. Cut out the bud eye, making sure you take the bark and cambium layer as well. Insert the Sian into the rootstock immediately. Make sure the bud eye is facing upward, as this means the stem is facing the right direction. As you insert the Sian into the rootstock, the bark flaps will open around the Sian. Push the Sian all the way into the bottom of the T, leaving the bud eye exposed at the top of the flaps. The cambium layers of the Sian and rootstock will now be in contact, and this is what will allow the graft to take. Secure the graft with grafting tape. Close the bark flaps over the Sian. Wrap a few layers of grafting tape around the graft. Wrap the area above and below the bud eye, but leave the bud eye itself exposed. Don't be afraid to pull the tape gently to stretch it out, as this will ensure the cambium layers stay in contact.